All right, so today's video is going to be a quick 15-20 minute class that's gonna keep you active. If you want, what you can do is repeat it a few times. If you want to make it longer than 15 minutes, just stopping at the Shavasana, rewinding and replaying, and then eventually finishing off with your Shavasana. Do not skip it. So to start, we are gonna stop. Sorry, I picked up the mat. We are gonna start at the top of your mats. So you're just gonna come, give yourself a little bit of distance. As you inhale, you're gonna reach those arms up, grabbing the wrist and just reaching side to side. Switching the wrist as you come to each side. So as you're bending out to your right or your left, you're grabbing the opposite wrist to really extend the side body. You don't want to collapse here. You want to imagine like both are extending and growing towards the ceiling. Just want to warm up the body a little bit before we move even further. From here, we're going to inhale those arms up. Just reach back a little bit. As you inhale, tuck in the chin, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway, reach your head away. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. 2 more times. Inhale, come up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. 1 more. Inhale up halfway, reach your tailbone one way, head the other, really lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. From here, you're gonna inhale all the way up to standing. What we're going to do now is reach our left knee into the air, flexing the heel as if it's on the ground, starting to root into that right arm, right leg. As you exhale, you're gonna kick your left leg back, stepping it at the back of the mat, however you feel comfortable for Warrior One. If you feel a little off balance, step your feet wider apart. Arms are up into the air. If you feel like your neck or your shoulders are bothering you, bring them to your hips. From your Warrior One, what we're going to do now is straighten that front leg, bring your arms wide. Reach your right hip backwards so they're both trying to be even, putting weight into that back leg as well as the front. And exhale, fold for a pyramid, trying to keep your spine straight, reaching your hips and your head in different directions. Big inhale, bend into that front knee, reach your arms up and into the air, Warrior One. Exhale, cactus arms, open up the chest, reach back. Big breath in, reach your arms up, find Warrior One. And exhale, straighten that front leg, fold forward for pyramid. Take another big breath or two here. And inhale, Warrior One. We're gonna do this all one more time. Reach your arms up into the air. Exhale, reach back. Inhale up. And exhale, pyramid. Last one, 2 big breaths. Good, bend into those knees, reach your arms up and into the air for your last Warrior One. As you exhale, reach them back. And this time as you inhale, reach them to the front of the room and down to your mat. We're gonna lift our right foot up and kick it back into a plank. From here, you can lower for a chaturanga, or if you're still working on your chaturangas, drop to your knees. Exhale down. Inhale, you're just gonna come up to a sphinx or a cobra, wherever you feel comfortable. Rock side to side. Next inhale, you're at the center, reach the chin into the sky. And exhale, find your mat again. Turn those toes over, press into your knees, find a down dog, pedaling the legs out, keeping your body nice and warm. From here, we're gonna look forward, bend the knees, jump as far as we can, even if we just go a little bit and walk the rest of the way, a little hop is good. Big breath in, halfway. And exhale, fold forward into Uttanasana. Next inhale, we're gonna find our Tadasana again. You can reach your arms into the air first for Urdhva Hastasana first, and then down to your sides. Next, we're grounding into the left leg, reaching our right foot into the air. Trying to find 2 big breaths, a moment of stability. And with your next exhale, reach it back and drop it at the front of the back of the mat. Arms come up and into the air. We're finding our warrior one. Again, maybe bring those feet wider. Turn your feet or your back foot, however you feel comfortable. And when you're ready, arms come wide, left hip reaches back now to ground out both of those legs, and we fold forward for pyramid. Hips reaching one way, head reaching the other. Next inhale, bend into your knee, reach your arms up and into the air, warrior one. Exhale, open the chest, cactus arms. Inhale, tuck the chin, reach your hands to the air, warrior one again. 2 more times, just like the last side. Straighten that front leg, exhale, arms come to the side as you fold for pyramid. With your next inhale, start to bend into that knee, find your warrior one. With your next exhale, reverse warrior. Not reverse, just reach it back with a cactus. And then swing your arms together, inhale, reach them up. Straighten your front leg, left hip reaches back. Exhale, arms wide for your pyramid. One more, big breath in, warrior one, reach the arms up. Last time, exhale, bend the arms back. And this time we swing everything forward and reach it to the front of the room. And down to our mats. Find your plank again. Whether you're at your knees or you're lifted, exhale for your chaturanga. Inhale into your sphinx, rock side to side. Your cobra, maybe your up dog. All right, when you're ready, big exhale, back into that down dog and pedal your knees. Here now, we're gonna start to just reach one leg up into the air. We'll make it our right leg. Bend the knee and make big circles, opening up your hips. One more big breath. And then exhale, drop it down. Reach up your left leg, same thing, bend the knee and really open up your hips. Two more big breaths. And exhale, drop it down. Pedal those legs out one more time. What we're gonna do now is shift forward into a plank. Fix your shirt if it messed up. And we're gonna go into a side plank. From here, you're gonna start to shift into your right hand, rotating both of your toes towards the left, and starting to see if you can reach your left arm into the sky. The wider your feet are, the easier it'll be. If you still feel too much weight here, you can drop down to your forearm. To go even deeper, make it more challenging, your front foot, the left foot, comes on top of the right. Again, hand could be at the hip, into the air, part way if that's where you're at. With a controlled exhale, make your way back into a plank. And find the other side. Toes reach to the right hand, you're grounding into the left. Reaching everything into the air. Feet are as wide or together as comfortable for you. And exhale, back to your plank. Find your down dog, pedal the legs out. Next inhale, shift your weight forward. When you're ready, ground into your right hand. Left arm finds the air for your side plank. If it's harder, drop your knee down and reach your foot back to make it even easier. Otherwise, find where you're at. If having your foot resting on your other foot is still easy for you, maybe lift it into the air like a star. Big exhale with control, lower down. And as you inhale, find the other side. Again, feet can be wide, on top of each other, in the air if you need a challenge. We'll take 2 to 3 more big breaths. Feel free to lower down to that bottom knee if it gets too difficult. And next exhale, find your plank. Inhale, hips into the air, down dog, pedal the legs out. Good. From here, you're gonna look to the front of your mat, bend your knees, jump as far as you can. Come up halfway, inhale. And we'll take a 5 to 6 breath breather in a rag doll, grabbing your elbows, rocking side to side. Nice bend into your knees. Really try to slow the breath down here. I'm probably about halfway through. One more big breath. And your next inhale, come halfway up with a straight spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Next inhale, reach all the way up to standing. We get to do some balancing again. Shift into your right leg, lifting your left knee into the air. This time as we kick our left foot back, we're gonna find a warrior 3. You can have your hands reach in front of you or out to the side, whichever feels easier. If you need a slight bend in either of your knees, feel free to do so. If you need to reach for a wall, go ahead and do that. One more big breath. And as you inhale, you're gonna bend those knees, pulling it back into the chest. And exhale, lower it down. Inhale, ground into your left leg, reach your right leg into the sky. As you exhale, find your warrior 3. Again, arms could be out to the side or in front of you. 2 big breaths here. And when you're ready, inhale, pull that knee back into the chest. Find your balance. And exhale, lower it down, shake them out. All right, fold forward. And all we're gonna do is come to a seated position. There's a few ways you can do a boat pose, which is what we're gonna do next. You can have your hands behind you, lifting up your legs this way. Eventually, you can start to hold your knees. What you want to avoid doing is collapsing into the back, so really sit up tall. Maybe your arms could come wide. Maybe your feet can lift so that they're level with the ground. To go harder, one stays at 90, one straightens. Two more big breaths, and whichever boat pose you choose, maybe you can straighten them both out and hold it. And as you exhale, drop those feet down. Keep your knees bent, hands come behind your hips if they're not there still. Fingers point towards the front of your mat, maybe slightly out to the side if you have tight shoulders. And as you inhale, you're gonna lift up for a reverse tabletop. As you exhale, just lower back down. Inhale up again. Exhale down. And inhale up. Next exhale, ground into those hips. Reach your legs up to your boat pose of choice. 6 big breaths. If anything's burning, which I'm sure it is, maybe focus on the different body parts. What's your nose feeling like? Your ear? Take 1 or 2 more. You can do it. Squeeze that core, sit up tall. Maybe lower into one of the easier versions just to maintain it. It'll do more work for you. It'll help you in the long run. It's catching up to me, that's why I can't even talk. 1 more big breath. And we'll drop those feet down, keeping the knees at a 90, hands planted behind the hips in preparation for a reverse tabletop. As you inhale, slowly lift up. Go slow if you have tight shoulders, exhaling down. If you want to tone the muscles, you can even hold it here for the whole time while we're going up and down. Or if that's a challenge, feel free to go up and down with us. We're gonna do 2 more. A little longer in time. Good, ground into the hips. 1 more boat pose to reverse tabletop. Find your boat pose. Again, don't just come out of it and wait. If you're here and it gets tired, grab the knees. If that gets tiring, bring your hands to the floor. If that gets tiring, let 1 leg come up at a time. Break it down slowly, don't just give up. 2 to 3 more big breaths. I know this is a long 6 breaths. 1 more. And then we're doing our reverse tabletop. Ground those feet down, bend your knees, hands behind you, and inhaling up. Again, we're holding it if you'd like. Trying to keep your neck neutral. It's not dropping down or tucking in too much. Otherwise, you're exhaling, lowering, inhaling up, whichever you prefer. 2 to 3 more big breaths. So holding it for 2 to 3 breaths or up and down 2 to 3 more times. One more. And exhale, slowly lower. We're just gonna do a little bit of a twist, so you can keep your legs how they are. Right arm's coming up and over the knees, left arm's coming behind us, and we're just gonna come into a twist. Don't overly force it with your knees. If anything, keep the arm into the air. Inhale back to the center, and exhale, let's make our way to the other side. Good. Back to the other one. Inhale up, exhale. If you want to go a little further, straighten out your right leg. Maybe sit up taller and start to twist. Look over that left shoulder. Inhale up. Exhale, other side. Again, both knees could be bent, or now your left leg could be straight, right leg bent. Next inhale, reach your hands up, and we'll just come into a nice forward fold, shaking the body out. Bend your knees if you feel it in your back at all. All right, so if you want to stay warm and continue on with staying active, go ahead and stop the video now, rewind it to the beginning, and play it through 1 more time. Otherwise, if you're ready to start cooling down for the rest of the 4 to 5 minutes, go ahead and just continue forward. From here, we're gonna lie down, but we're gonna roll around onto our stomachs. I'm gonna face this way so I can look at you guys. On our stomach, we wanna rest our head at the top of the hands in a reverse shavasana, giving yourself a lot of space. If you feel like your neck is crammed up like this, walk those arms forward and release it a bit.
As you inhale, I want you to start to notice how it might feel a little bit more restrained with the ground pressing into the chest. We focus a lot on opening up the belly and the chest sometimes in our yoga classes. So here I want you to really focus on trying to expand the back body. How much can you open up the back of the ribs, the back of the mid-spine? See if you can lift it off the ground with each inhale and notice it fall down with each exhale. Maybe you feel the sides opening. Really make your body large, expanding. You might become aware of some tension, tightness in the body, and yes, this can release it. Just breathing properly can relieve a lot of spinal tension. Continue to do this. Letting each inhale expand the ribs even wider apart, away from the ground. And each exhale, let out as a sigh, releasing it. We'll do this 2 to 3 more big breaths, trying to open up as much as we can the back of the body. If this feels comfortable for you, you might want to opt out of the next part or rolling over to the back for Shavasana and continue with reverse Shavasana through the end of your practice. That's definitely okay. Everything will cue going forward will work here as well. So if this is your final breath in reverse Shavasana, you're going to roll over into classic Shavasana on your back. Otherwise, again, if you felt like opening up the back body was really nice for you, stay on your belly. The rest of this is going to work. You can keep your knees bent here to protect the low back if that tends to ache for you, or you can straighten them out. You're bringing your awareness back to your breath again. But this time we're going to try to go deeper, more powerful. All that energy, motivation you had for your practice is going to come into that breath now. With a big, powerful, active inhale, try to expand the body, get as much air as you can in. Once you think you have it all, try to sip in just a little bit more. And then as you exhale, relax it all, feeling the body melt into the mat. Inhale in, get as much as you can, sip it all in until you can't anymore. And this time with you exhale, let it all out. Once you think it's all out, see if you could even more. And repeat that again. Inhaling as much as you can in. And exhaling as much as you can out. If this is tricky for you, focusing on the breath can be a little bit shaky for us. Don't focus as hard. Don't make it as intense. If anytime you forget you know how to breathe intuitively on your own, your body knows how to do it, you're focusing too hard. Focus on something else other than your breath and you'll be good. And then come back to the breath when you're ready. If you feel like you're ready to go forward from just this deep and expansive inhale and exhale, we're going to start to add in a retention at the top of the inhale. So at the top with a big inhale, see if you can hold all of that breath in from 3 to 6 seconds before letting it all out. Repeat that a few more times. See how it feels for you. If it's feeling good, maybe you want to go even deeper. However long you chose, whether it's 3, 4, 5, or 6, see if you can hold all your breath out for that same amount of time. So we take a big breath in. Maybe we hold it for 3 seconds. This time we take a big breath out at the end of those 3 seconds. And we try to hold all of the air out for another 3 before taking that fresh air in. And then we repeat. Big breath in, as much air as we can. We hold it anywhere from 3 to 6 seconds. We let it out.
Maybe we hold it out for the same amount of time, or maybe it's a little bit shorter for now. That's okay. Big breath in. Repeating whatever few breaths you like felt good for you. We'll do 2 to 3 more. If you want to continue this practice, I'm obviously not there. I'm not going to wake you up like you would be in a yoga class. So you can just ignore me and lie there, continuing to focus on your breath for much longer past this video. Otherwise, we're all going to start to walk our feet in, bending the knees, rocking a little bit maybe. You can roll on your right side if that's how you would like to, if that's how you're used to. If your digestion needs a little bit of help though, I do recommend going onto the left side. That supports the whole gut. Pressing your hands into the mat, you're just gonna come into a seated position. Maybe move the neck around if you seated cat-cows. I hope that wore out any energy that you were hoping to exhaust in this class. Again, if you felt like you could have used a little bit more activity, pause it before the Shavasana, rewind it, go through it one more time. There's gonna be a lot more videos coming out. There's gonna be more restorative ones as well. So if you have a request or any questions from this class even, leave it in the comments below. I'm gonna be checking that regularly and we'll start to roll it out for you. Thank you.